before the message, so Revelations 12, probably one of the, all of Revelation is pretty wild, but Revelations 12 is where Michael comes on the scene. Well, first of all, it's kind of like Christmas Day in the spirit, which is a little interesting. This pregnant woman gives birth to a savior, and there's a serpent waiting to devour the child, you know? This is Revelation 12. And there's a great battle that arose in heaven. St. Michael and his boys against the Satan. Fun fact, it's the Satan, the accuser, and his boys. And a third of Satan and his followers are thrown out of heaven to earth. And then right after that, here's what it says. And I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, now the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ have come. And the accuser of our brothers has been thrown down. And everyone say, giddy up. Who accuses them day and night before our God. Verse 11. And say if you know it, they have conquered him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. I don't think we try to pack so much into these nights, and oftentimes I just want to hear what God's saying, what God's doing. God is moving all over the face of the earth. He's moving over Kansas City. He's moving everywhere. And the primary agents he chooses to use is who? Tom Hornbeck. This guy. I saw you sleeping. I'm trying to catch a nap up here. You're the agent he wants to use. He uses us. And God's moving in your lives. And I hear whispers of what God's, and I actually haven't even heard the testimony we're going to hear. But Hannah, where are you at? Come on. Hannah, come on up here. Hannah shared this testimony with Brittany Genzel earlier. Brittany's like, you got to share that about what Jesus said to you and then how you responded. Could you encourage us? Y'all want some encouragement?
I'm Hannah. I don't know if I've met every person here. But this is definitely week of first. I didn't think that I would come up and give a testimony ever. So here we go. Thank you. So yesterday, I went to adoration at Good Counsel. So I just did kind of like a holy hour. And long story short, I kind of had a really difficult month. And so I go to Good Counsel, and I'm in adoration. And I just kind of start my adoration by being like, Lord, what do you want from me today? Like, I just need you to show me what to do. I need you to show me what I'm like supposed to be doing with my life right now. And during my adoration, I just like hear the most tender voice. And he said, where have you been? I missed you.
Hard to explain this. How did you hear that?
Yeah, it was kind of like, it literally just came to my brain. And I was like, Lord, is this your voice? And I kept hearing it just like over and over while I was crying.
Cool.
And so I end my adoration, and I'm feeling pretty good. And one of my guilty pleasures is to have a Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't know why or when it started.
That ain't guilty.
I love it. It's like one of my favorite things. So I go to McDonald's, and I'm like, I'm going to go get my Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm so excited. So I'm in the drive-thru, and I see at the cashier, I've been there forever, and this old, sweet man who I used to see, like, randomly, and he always just strikes up conversation with me. He always makes jokes with me, and I never, it was never anything serious. And I get up to the window, and the first thing he says is, where have you been? I missed you. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is too much. It was rocked. So I just looked at him, and I was like, I missed you. And he was just talking about, he was like, I've been gone for a while, I've been not well, really stressed. I just had a quadruple heart bypass surgery. And he was like, I don't have anybody right now. He just poured this, we were at the drive-thru. It is me, I'm sitting in my car, we were in the drive-thru. And so I just looked at him and I was like, what's your name? Because I didn't even know what his name was. Not that I've seen him that many times.
Yeah.
But I said, what's your name? And he said, David. And I just reached out my hand and I shook his hand and I said, nice to meet you, David. Again, we're at the drive-thru. This is, I would never do this. And he just was like, you know what, I just, again, I've been having a really hard time. And I said, David, can I pray for you?
Yeah, she did.
And I have never talked to a stranger. And in that moment, he was like, yes, I need all the prayers I can get right now. I'm so, hurt world. And I said, can I pray for you right now? We were at McDonald's in the drive-thru. And this, again, like, this is something I would have never, a year ago, this would have never happened. And maybe if I didn't go to adoration that day and say, like, Lord, what do you want from me? And if I wouldn't have heard, where have you been? I missed you. And then he said that to me, and like, no. So, I prayed for him. It was maybe like 5 to 10 seconds. Like, it was the shortest thing. But I haven't even prayed over my friends before. And the fact that, like, the Spirit moved me to pray for this man at McDonald's and get my Diet Dr. Pepper and leave, like, that was just, the Spirit was moving. And so I just encourage you that, like, if you ask him for it, he's going to give it to you. If I wouldn't have asked him, like, what do you want from me today, I don't know if he would have shown me. So just know that, like, he will do it for you if you want. But, yeah.
Come on!